Spearheart is a human being first, then a singer, songwriter, multidisciplinary musician.
One more time.
Full name's Walter Colady Spearheart, born and bred in Lagos, Nigeria, and a happy person most of the time.
I tread the path I believe. I leave family and friends behind.
The name Spearheart can be attributed to one who achieves his goal or finds his target, so to speak. So you could say one who finds that which he's meant to fulfill.
Leave behind great fortune. Truly, I must be blind. To journey into a world I do not know.
I've been doing music most of my life. I started playing the piano from age 6, 7, so virtually most of my life.
Hold on, everything's gonna be alright. Everything is one day at a time, and we're all part of the grand design. But sometimes we often fall out of line. So downhill goes the old man's wagon, too slow for the raging dragon. And now we're caught up in the race against time. So tell me why are we hard on ourselves? Does it have to be this narrow way or no way else? But there's always a guiding light out of the darkest tunnel.
I've been doing recordings since 2003. My first recordings were done in 2003. They were actually rap music, because that was what I was doing at the time. And but it wasn't until 2013 that I recorded a song, just a video of a live performance of the song, and I had the courage to upload it on Facebook. And I got a lot of comments, positive comments mostly, and from that time it occurred to me that this was something that I needed to do. That's the latest of the instruments that I play, and that was sometime in 2015. That was when I started playing it, but I started preparing myself for it from 2014. I've always had an interest in playing music from a place of compassion, so to speak, or empathy, in a way that is genuinely helping and, so to speak, healing and soothing to people. So somewhere along the line, after doing a bit of research, I saw that the harp is generally known as the therapeutic instrument, so to speak, or the most widely used for music therapy. And I'd seen a few videos here and there, and I was very much fascinated with the instrument. So from that time, I started to make efforts to learn to play the harp. Every instrument is different. I can tell you, how every instrument is different. So personally, for the piano, I find it very relaxing for me personally. Even the posture for playing the instrument is relaxing. You sit and your hands are down that way. So playing the piano for me is very relaxing. Playing the harp is somewhat relaxing, but in terms of posture, it's not the most relaxing, so to speak, because you have your elbow, your hands suspended that way. But then the music is very angelic, very rising, so to speak, very enchanting, very spring-like, so it's such a beautiful instrument, but it's not, it's different from playing the piano. Playing the guitar, for me, the guitar is the instrument that I find most comfortable playing and singing at the same time. So performing music live, I like to strum on the guitar and sing.
Little bird, flying like little creature, and so
Playing the violin is like a service. It is one of the most difficult instruments to play, so to speak. Fretless, and then you have your hand that way and all of that. So I like to say that playing the violin is a service. You are there to serve. If I were to talk about the creative process, it depends from song to song. But I mostly like to write from a deep place. Not just write for writing's sake, but to write from a place of experience. Sometimes it could be something that I experience deeply and I want to communicate it through song. And some other times when I close my eyes to sleep at night, I dream, I hear a song or a melody, I wake up and I try to give, form as much as possible to what I recall from the dream experience, so to speak. My earliest influences, or influence, I would say essentially was classical music. I grew up in a home where classical music was the form of music that was played most of the time. And then of course, if you're learning the piano, you learn to play classical music first. That was my earliest influence, music-wise. And then later on, I listened to a lot of hip-hop music in the 90s, a lot of rap music in the 90s, some R&B, and a lot of Nigerian music from the early 2000s. Everyone comes from somewhere. No one just appears from the blues. So, and then when you're growing up, you have people around you, your family, extended family, so to speak, sometimes even friends per se. And these people come with expectations and hopes for you. And sometimes your choices don't necessarily align with, what they hope for you, so to speak. So that can be a challenge by itself. Being able to to play music is a grace by itself. You are your own therapist. You are your doctor. It's difficult for you to remain in a state of depression or sadness, if any such thing. All you need to do is sing the song, and that just raises you to a beautiful place. You know, the troubles of the world don't get to you. I know a lot of people, you know, ascribe having a longer hair to the female folk, and culturally, most men cut their hairs short. But if you look in nature, if you look at animals, so to speak, and we can take a few, if you look at the lion and the lioness, you find out that naturally the lion has that mane that forms an essential part of its features, which distinguishes it from the lioness, while the lioness is just bare, you know. Another example is the peacock and the peahen. Lots of people think that, you know, the peacock is the female, it's the cock, it's the male. So it is the male of the two, which is the peacock, that has the very beautiful, colorful feathers, while the peahen is bare, so to speak. And there are so many other examples, so to speak. So if you ask me, I think that, you know, this is just this is just befitting, not necessarily for all men, but for myself personally, it just suits me just fine. I started growing this in 2018. First of all, I don't think I have a favorite song per se, but so far there seems to be this particular song that most people like. It's titled Iwakipe. So Iwakipe means a character that is complete, a person who is complete in their culture and character. I really like to live in the present, and right now I see myself in a very happy place. So what I've learned to do is to have a mindset, which is that I have a reason for being here. I'm part of this place, and I have something to give. And that which I have to give is not only beautiful, it's important. And I will go with all humility to give what I have. It's like a mission, it's like a task, you know, when you have an assignment and you have to do this thing. So your sense of duty kicks in and you know you have to do this thing. So that is the mindset. Special message to my fans. Be kind. Be kind. Life will give to you as much as what you give into it in terms of quality and value. So try to be kind. When you're kind to others, it's very likely that life will be kind to you. Learn to give. Learn to give. Learn to give of yourself. Find something to give some part of yourself to. Some sense of joy and excitement and hope. Don't just seek to take from the world. You have a lot to give. All of us, we have so much to give. And one of the reasons why, you know, this space has become so sad and depressing is that most people are seeking to take and take and take and take. And far less people are giving. So we need to give more. expect beautiful things, expect beautiful music, authentic music, the kind of music that will give you hope, the kind of music that would set you on a path of walking your own journey of success. If I smiled just a little bit more, if I gave just a little bit more, if I loved just a little bit more, I will get just a little more than I give. If only a smile from deep within, if only a word from the heart. Ooh, if only a smile from deep within, if only a word from the heart. Okay, all right. Thank you. I hope you guys captured that too.